Every age believes power is permanent. Every empire believes decline happens to others. Rome believed it. Britain believed it. America was told it would never face it. Yet today, a quiet question dominates strategy rooms, financial markets, military planning offices, and intelligence briefings across the world. Who comes after Anglo-America? China, India, Europe? The truth is more unsettling. This time, history is not preparing a successor. It is dismantling the throne itself. To understand what comes next, we must first understand why Anglo-American power worked. From the 19th century to the late 20th, Britain and later the United States achieved something almost unprecedented. Not dominance, not empire, systemic control. They ruled not simply by occupation, but by designing the rules through which the world functioned. Four pillars held this order together. Global finance, London, then Wall Street, did not just move money. They defined what money was. Banking standards, insurance models, creditworthiness, debt legitimacy. The pound and later the dollar became global instruments of trust. Trade could not function without them. This was invisible power, and it was absolute. Maritime power followed. Empires before Britain controlled land. Britain and later America controlled movement. Sea lanes, choke points, ports, naval logistics. Global trade did not merely pass through Anglo-American space, it was protected by it. Then came industrial and technological leadership. Steam, steel, oil, electricity, computing, digital infrastructure. Anglo-America did not merely invent technologies, it set the pace of progress itself. Others followed. Few challenged. Finally, narrative power. English became the language of contracts, aviation, science, diplomacy, the internet, legal systems, corporate structures, and institutions. The liberal order was framed not as one system among many, but as the default. This was not dominance. This was architecture. History suggests power passes forward. Spain to Britain, Britain to America. Each successor inherited the machinery, but that pattern has failed. Why? Because the modern world is too complex for a single controller. Supply chains stretch across dozens of countries. Digital systems ignore borders. Nuclear weapons cap conquest. Economic collapse spreads instantly. Empire mechanics no longer function. You cannot occupy the cloud. You cannot blockade data. You cannot invade demographics. The post-American world is unstable not because no one is strong, but because no one can be strong enough. China is often described as the next empire. This misunderstands China and misunderstands empire. China's strength is real. The largest manufacturing base, control of critical minerals, infrastructure diplomacy, strategic patience. China is not rising into global leadership, it is reasserting civilizational gravity. But global rule requires trust beyond borders. Structural limits remain: an aging population, capital controls, currency skepticism, limited cultural penetration, a navy designed for regional denial, not global protection. China can fracture American dominance, but it cannot replace the system America built. China becomes a pole, not the center. India is often framed as the future, and demographically it is. A young population, English language integration, strategic geography, technological growth. But timing matters in history. India is rising as the world exits the age of hegemony. When America rose, the system was open. Now institutions are saturated, markets are mature, power is fragmented. India will shape the 21st century. But it will not inherit global control. There is nothing left to inherit. Europe understands empire better than anyone, which is why it abandoned it. The European Union rivals superpowers economically. Yet power is not gross domestic product. Europe lacks unified military command, a single foreign policy, strategic consensus. Europe shapes standards, regulations, norms, but it does not impose outcomes. Europe survives as influence, not dominance. America is not collapsing. It is being contested. The United States still anchors global finance, military alliances, innovation ecosystems, cultural production, and digital platforms. Anglo-American power is shrinking relatively, not disappearing absolutely. The United States remains the keystone, but the structure around it is cracking. The real shift is deeper. Power no longer flows vertically. It flows through supply chains, platforms, data networks, energy systems, and standards bodies. Control is temporary. Leverage is situational. Victories are incomplete. This is why modern wars feel unresolved. No empire can finish the game. The last time the world looked like this was before the First World War. Rising powers, a declining hegemon, technological disruption, alliance confusion. That era ended in catastrophe. History does not repeat, but it punishes denial. After Anglo-America, the world does not crown another empire. It fragments, power circulates, competes, destabilizes. The future is not owned. It is negotiated endlessly. And in that negotiation, no one rules the world, but everyone fights to shape it.